Hi, I'm Kerry Henderson, and welcome to my new Uptown Gallery. This is Gloria Waslyn, my curator of the gallery.
Thank you. Today we're really enjoying the opportunity to showcase an emerging artist, Fred Duignan. And the idea of this gallery is really all-inclusive of the arts. We have dance, we have music, we have songwriters, we have opportunities for poetry. So there's an all-inclusive nature in this gallery space, and we enjoy the idea of the integration of the arts.
Yeah, we have this beautiful grand piano behind me here. It's a Canaba. It's very old and a very beautiful instrument, and that sits right in the center of this beautiful space. I'm an opera singer, and I'm particularly interested in the art of the song recital, in German Lieder. So we'll be doing a lot of Lieder recitals here, which in some ways match up and integrate and play with the art on the walls and
Exactly.
and the installations in the space. So I'm
Exactly.
very excited about that.
Right. One of the things as curator of this gallery that I'm excited about is to present works by emerging artists who are undiscovered gems. The opportunity of creating career vitality for people who have a track record of excellent sales, who have collectors already interested in their work, who have shown internationally, and have a fairly good resume of their art career, but need the next bump up. So it's very affordable, it's very accessible, and it can really enliven somebody's home to have a living artist represented, where you're coming in almost at the ground floor of the next level of their career. So the investment opportunity, especially in an economy that is seeing home sales a little bit down, investments a little bit down on traditional stocks and bonds, art has always held its value and actually increased in value. And sometimes you can see that bump up in a very short amount of time. So we're looking at this on multiple perspectives. One, to have emerging artists in your home. Secondly, to give an opportunity for expression of the arts. It's really important for an arts community to have beautiful places to show. Not just New York City or London or Paris. Kingston is really an arts cultural center. And I think that just as the city is being discovered more and more by the day, and we're contributing to that with Kerry's Kingston Festival of the Arts, which will happen on August 24th, we're also using this gallery as an opportunity to exhibit some phenomenal talent and to present that to people who might not otherwise have access. A lot of this art are in people's studios, so unless you're an insider in the know, you wouldn't necessarily be able to discover it. So we're offering that presentation opportunity, and the idea of excitement and something that really grabs your soul, something that is a breakthrough idea, a message that hasn't been discovered before, that touches your heart. This is an opportunity to really convey something beautiful that will be a vortex of energy in your home. So I love galleries even more than museums, because you get to take it home with you.
And this is a real sanctuary for art.
Yes, yeah.
As we're looking at the whole of Kingston as a canvas for expression of all the arts, in a micro sense, this gallery reflects this.
Exactly.
This gallery is a beautiful canvas for displaying art. It's a beautiful place to sit. feel very, very, very comfortable here. But the invitation for all to come here and view the works of some of the greatest emerging artists of our day.
Exactly.
It's something that's really, really wonderful and really compelling, and it's a rare opportunity right here in Uptown Kingston. It's a comfortable space.
It is.
I like sitting in these brightly coloured chairs and contemplating the art.
Yes, it's very lovely. The courage of breakthrough artists is something that really allows one to find your own voice as well. It's provocative. It asks interesting questions. What is it? What is the art saying to you? What does it evoke in you? And when you see something that enlivens your passion, it's really very compelling to be able to bring that into your home and to have something that will speak to you on a daily basis, that will increase in value and will also be something that you will cherish for your long lives and be able to pass on.
You know, when I saw Fred Duignan's wonderful canvases sitting in his studio in Woodstock, I was literally bowled over by the vibrancy and power of them. Then it's something else when you actually see it on the wall, isn't it? This painting over here, Stories, I believe was the first painting that I saw of Fred's in the studio, and wow,
It's very strong.
I couldn't believe it, and now on the wall, it's really something, and it really does tell a story. There are stories all around on the walls here.
There are.
And that's one of the wonderful opportunities we have as festival presenters and gallery curators, telling stories through the arts.
That's exactly correct. I personally grew up with art in my home. My mother was an artist, and I would watch her paint, and it was a very interesting exercise. And I lived in New York City from birth, so we would travel around the Greenwich Village area because that's where we lived, and we were interacting with all the artists in the streets. They had street art shows. So from the earliest time, I was involved with the arts. My own personal discipline was actually piano playing, but more importantly, dance and choreography. That was my first desire, to be a choreographer. And ultimately, I see movement and music and power in art. So it speaks to my soul in a very different way, and it's my great pleasure to be able to have a disciplined eye. It's a talented, disciplined eye that has been well experienced in many, many museums, a great deal of personal conversations as a coach to contemporary arts curators of important museums in New York City. A person who has had very successful curation experiences as a board member of a group in New York called the Professional Women Photographers, and doing some curation on my own outside of that group with many of the members of that talented organization. And it's been just an exuberant experience for me to be able to participate in helping people to understand and find the story within their heart that the art itself is evoking within them. It's a beautiful exercise in a new kind of communication. And I love communication and the stories that the art has to say, just as dance has to say, just as opera has to say, just as the intimate performance that you did recently at the Maverick, where I witnessed people weeping with excitement, and their hearts were so touched
Yeah.
by the expression. And that was not just the music, it was the intimate connection that you had with the people who were there as audience members to listen to the beautiful leader performance, and the connection that you had with the piano players and the soprano that you sang with, and the individual who was doing some narration. So between all of those elements, it really created a robust experience, and that's what we're having here in this gallery.
Yeah.
It is a sanctuary. It's an art sanctuary where the power of the art can really penetrate into your soul and reach into a place that isn't normally accessible in ordinary daily life. So it is a sacred meditation.